Hey friends, welcome back, and hello to you new people too. I'm Courtney. I've got Nyx and Phyrra hanging out in the room with me, my two standard poodles. You can see Phaedra's sleeping and Nyx is kind of awake right behind me, so she may get crazy in a minute. Today I've got a tutorial for you with the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions palette. This is an awesome purple palette. I just recently purchased this palette as well as the Ruby Obsessions palette, and this look is done all with this palette. I used two colors outside of the palette, one being my highlighter, which is Wet n Wild Moon Tears, and the other being a black shade to deepen the outer V, but that's it. Everything else is basically a one palette look. So anyway, if you want to see how I got this look, just keep watching. I applied my eyeshadow primer and set it with my Cozzette powder. I'm taking the top right shade here and a fluffy brush. This is a Delium 787. And I'm going to start applying that color through the hood of my eye. But basically I'm using this kind of as a transition shade. And I'm going back and forth with windshield wiper motions, and then I'm going back in little circular motions. Still working with that same shade, I'm going to use a smudger brush and basically put that color along my lower lid. Still taking that same color, and I'm just basically applying the color to the outer part of the lid and blending up into the crease. So normally I would use the shimmery Urban Decay primer to do the blink method to cut the crease, but since I don't know where I put it, I don't know if I ran out or if the dog got it, I don't know. I'm apparently not living my best life. I'm disorganized. So what I'm gonna do is basically put this here and blink to see how far it goes. And then I'm basically just using, I think I'm gonna have to switch to a concealer brush, but basically what I do is just kind of, after I blink to see how high this should go, I use a brush to kind of round out the shape. And normally I like to use the shimmery Urban Decay primer because I do mattes all over except for this part, and then I do a super sparkly lid shade, so the shimmer just really helps to amp up that sparkle. I'm going to use this the bottom middle sparkly shade. Obsessions palette, the Amethyst palette, and use the deepest shade right here with this pencil brush. And basically I'm going to be using this to shade the outer corner of the lid and kind of follow where I cut the crease. And then I'm bringing this color down to about the outer 1/3 of my lower lid. I'm gonna go back to this first shade right here. I'm switching to this palette to use this creamy shade right here to blend out the edges. But I think you could basically do this with any sort of creamy color. This is an old Sigma travel pencil brush that's not really pencil shaped anymore. It's more like soft, but it's kind of perfect for making sure the edges of my color is nice and blended out. But once I've blended that out, I feel like I need to add more depth, especially at this outer corner. So I'm gonna go back to the Amethyst Obsessions palette to that deepest, darkest shade, this color right here. And really I'm just building up this color. Deepest shade in the Too Faced Razzle Dazzle Berry palette. I think this is called Bad to the Berry. And I'm just using that same Cozzette brush. I used a little bit too much. Now that I have on the rest of my makeup and you can see everything I'm wearing in the description box down below, we're gonna finish this eye look. I'm gonna try this Sigma eyeliner pen again. I think last time I tried it, I didn't like it, I wasn't impressed, but maybe it'll be different this time. I'm looking for alternatives to Kat Von D. I'm gonna put on Smashbox Superfan Mascara. I personally love this mascara and feel like it works really well. I have decently long lashes, but I suck at mascara application. Do you guys have a favorite video to watch for learning how to apply mascara well? If so, leave me a link down below. All right, now that I have my lashes on, what I need to do is highlight my eyes. And what I used on my face was Wet n Wild's Moon Tears, which is limited edition from their Gothic Graphic collection. I love this highlighter, and what I realized is that my Saucebox Champagne Balm highlighter is pretty much identical. So this is Moon Tears, which is what I'm wearing. If anything, Champagne Balm, which is right here, might be slightly lighter and more finely milled. But they're pretty identical. They're great for that whole glass skin look. If you are fair complected like I am, I think they do an amazing job of making my skin look just awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna highlight under the eyebrow and at the inner corner with Moon Tears. Like I said, this is limited edition and I don't think it's available anymore. And if you like this color, I highly recommend Saucebox Champagne Balm. And I only highlight under the outer part of my eye. And I'm just gonna use Sigma's Inner Rim Brightener, which is like a off-white pink. All right, so I'm zoomed in uncomfortably close so you can see the finished eye look. Hopefully you can see like the awesome duochrome nature of the lid color. So that completes this look. I hope you love this tutorial with the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions palette. I know I am definitely obsessed. I love it. I think it's awesome. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video and want to see more like it, please give it a thumbs up and share. It really, really helps me out. It tells other people on YouTube that you like my videos and you want to see more videos like this, so please. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.